All right, just hours after Taryn Brumfitt posted these pictures of herself, there's one of them, they went viral.
That's right. There were millions and millions of people that shared, commented, had something to say about this. So why did she do it? Well, she says it was partly in response to Fit Mom. Remember her, Maria Kang? She posted this picture after having her third child and said, "What's your excuse?" Do we have that picture of her with her six-pack and her 3 kids around her? This we do, which is behind me right here. You know, this is the picture that came in question. So Taryn says that Kang's pics and her message are unrealistic and unhealthy, and it's doing damage to women. So now she's sharing her own message with Developing Daughters seminars.
I thought my body was fat and it was ugly and it was disgusting, and I thought, my husband, he doesn't want to be with you, you're gross. I'd stand in front of the mirror and I would hold my hot dog. I call it a hot dog now, I've come to terms with that, I quite like it. But I would stand there and I would say, look at you, you are disgusting, you are fat. And I would cry and I'd be on the bathroom floor and I wouldn't go out and I wouldn't see my friends, and it's quite the contrast to the person that I normally am, which is kind of, you know, like this.
Everybody's body is so different, and whether you call it fat shaming or bullying or whatever, I mean, whatever happened to, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. It's okay to say, hey, this is what I did, and it's possible for every other woman to do it, but not every woman has the same body type, the same makeup, and not everybody can snatch right back. Lord knows I hope I can snatch right back. But you know what? There's a big girl inside of me dying to get out, and I don't know if she's going to be able to.
And I also think that something that women don't often talk about is the fact that sometimes your body it's not even possible to have a six-pack, no matter if...
Here's what Fit Mom said about that picture she posted.
I think that a lot of people obviously struggle with their weight. We have a weight issue in America. So a lot of people have a lot of excuses right now why they are overweight. And what I'm saying is, what's your excuse? It's an open-ended, thought-provoking question. It was meant to inspire others to work out.
You know, I think that the message that Fit Mom was trying to make was it is possible to get out there and exercise. I like that. I like that mentality.
Right.
The shaming part of it, I don't know whether or not that was her intent.
I don't think it was her intent.
I don't think it was her intent.
I think her intent was to get some buzz, which she has clearly gotten. And Taryn's gotten a lot of buzz herself. She's from Australia, but folks here in the States are talking about it. And, I mean, she looks fine in these pictures.
She looks beautiful.
Looks great.
She looks beautiful. She looks normal.
Yes.
How about that?
Healthy.
She looks like any of us would look if we took our clothes off. We're not doing it.
Well,
but
I like it how you couch
we're not doing it.
You know, it's kind of like when Kate Middleton came out of the hospital and she had her bump.
That was nice.
And there were a lot of people that said, thank you for not walking out. I mean, even though she did it 2 months later, walked out and looked perfect. But thank you for walking out of the hospital like every other mother does, still looking like
and a lot of it's
just fine, and so they look beautiful.
It's genetics, it's lifestyle, what you can do. I mean, for all of us that fall in and out of shape, a lot of it has to do with what's going on in our lives.
Of course.
Where are we in our careers? What's going on at work? If you've got 3 children, you're no longer playing man-to-man. You're playing zone. You're just playing catch-up, trying to figure everything out.
And most moms are worried. They can't even get their hair done, let alone taking, 30 minutes or whatever it is to work out. But I always tell people to create a sense of balance and prioritize your health just as much as you prioritize everything else, but balance that out. And above all, be as healthy as you want your kids to be, because you're modeling for them, and they're going to be looking at what mommy's doing. That's how we grow up.
But you know what I found as a father, and it's just not just moms, it's dads too. I mean, there's some dads out there with beer bellies, right?
Of course.
And a lot of it happens, and they could have been fantastic athletes in their youth, but then on weekends, we're not going out and participating. Weekends, we're going and watching our kids.
Yeah,
And I was doing that for a bunch of years, and I'm glad I did it.
Right.
And I think that something Taryn said in these seminars really hits home, that women put so much pressure on themselves to look a certain way that when they don't look that way, they're in the middle of their closet, curled up in a ball, hysterically crying, saying, I can't go out, I can't see my friends, I can't do anything. That it should never get to that point, but it does.
It's like, you know what I thought about when you just said that is how we dress for other women a lot of times. Like, I'm putting on these shoes to make sure somebody says something about my shoes.
And I did. I was like, those shoes are fantastic.
Exactly.
Yep.
But I think we do that sometimes with our bodies, too. Like, I work out because I want someone to know, hey, girl, you're looking good today. You've been working out, been doing them crunches.
All right.
You want to see that.